What's that, Skip? Shauno's talking about Supercoach again. Let's go. G'day everybody, it's Shauno again, and I'm back with some more Supercoach content. Today we're going to be doing our round 14 review, and as you can see, we've gone big. Okay, before we get on with that, as you know, love it if you guys and girls out there would subscribe. It helps me out a lot, so please go ahead and do that now. Like the video if you like the video, and leave me a comment down below letting me know how you did this week. One last thing, join the Discord, and when we do the live videos on Thursday, we can pop your team up the screen. You just put it in where it says, put my team here. And yeah, we'll put your team up on the screen and have a chat about it. So let's go and see how my team did. So we got a score of 2,069. Not bad. Almost as good as what I've been getting in the full rounds of 23 players, let alone 18. So we did that. Not too bad. There were a lot of big scores this week, but not bad. The round rank is 25,426. So not too bad. And we jumped up 5,681 places to be a season rank of 54,942. Yes, still a disgusting rank, but we did jump, so that is pretty good. And but we still aren't completely happy, not so much because of the season rank or our green arrows. It's because we lost our important league match. Our opponent just happened to have Jordan Dawson, and they made him a vice captain, which I guess I can show you a little bit here. My good friend Dan here, straight out first day, vice captain Jordan Dawson versus my Bontempelli. He gets 368. I was lucky enough to go and put the captain on Gorn, but that was enough to stick his head in front. And this is a problem with my team, like as opposed to his team, that he's got all the good primos. He's got Heaney, he's got Wangani Malira, he's got Blakey, he's got Bailey Smith, and he's got Jordan Dawson. And I've got fake primos like Raul and who else have we got who's pretty fake? Callahan was pretty fake this week, and Wilkie was pretty fake as well. So we had a chance to win, but my primos couldn't just get it done, even though he probably had 4 more players playing than he did. He had 18 players exactly playing, and he still managed to get it over me. So it just shows that having the best of the best can really help you, not just in the best in the full rounds, but in the best 18 rounds as well. Okay, so let's have a look at my team and see how the team went. Sinclair 90, a bit down this week, so he could have done better. Holmes 124, he's been very good since I got him in. I broke the rule to get him in when I still had his buy coming up, and he's paid off for me. Welcome to the team this week. First week in the team, Lockie Ash 130. He started off a little bit slow, but he finished on fire, so we would like to see a few more scores like this out of him for the rest of the season. Wilkie 63, Jordan Clark had his buy, and Will Edwards, I think he got a 90 last week, and he got a 47 this week. Still got a low break even though, so he can still make us some money, which is nice. Dacos and Dirksen both on their buys. Then we had Butters and Bont. Bont was a fail for our vice captain. We all thought he was going to go big, but he didn't. So big congratulations to your friends like my friend Dan, who are out there, who had Jordan Dawson and put the vice captain on him as well. Finn Callahan back to doing Finn Callahan things. Couldn't get a 100 this week. Matt Rao, I thought was kind of lucky to get this 100. Scraped there, helped by I think it was a free kick and maybe even a 50-meter penalty. It kind of helped him get over the line. Rashenko, we kind of hoped, even though he's a rookie, that he would get better than this. His break-even has just jumped to 95. And even though we've seen some decent scores out of him before, I think he's going to struggle to get that 95. Sharp was got a 65. That's good to see him back. 65 from a rookie. Again, break even is still 14. He can still make some money. Not that I've got the trades to help me, but he's also going to provide me some cover. So HK or Hawk and Han, 68, very nice. He's going to provide me nice cover for the rest of the season. Now, I wasn't particularly going to go Joel Fitzgerald on his first week. I was almost going to pick the other 99k Mitch Pod in the forward line, even though he wasn't playing, just because there were so many 99k rookie's name this week that I was like, what happens if he gets dropped? There was 2 for Melbourne, so what if, the other guy has a position that holds and Joel Fitzgerald doesn't? But in the end, I saw my opponent in the league had picked him, so I just grabbed him as well. Not that it made me win, but after he scored the 73, I was pretty happy with that. Hopefully, he holds his position. So all these other boys were on their bye. Grundy got a decent score, 119. Could have done with a bit better from him though to help with my league match, but we will take it. The biggest score he's had since he's been in my team, which is a little bit sad, but it is. And Gorn is back. We gone big. Yes, 168. He almost got to those heights of Jordan Dawson. Now, I have to admit, I had the captain on Grundy and then Gawn and then Grundy. I was going back between the two of them. And in the end, I'm like, I don't believe in this Essendon curse thing. I think Gawn will do all right. So we'll go with Gawn. And look at that. There is no such thing as an Essendon ruck curse. He's broken it. If any man can break it, it's Mr. Max Gawn with a beautiful 168. Sheasel, and he was my captain. So that was a big deal. That's the reason I got such a decent score this week. Sheasel 142, very nice. Big game against my boys, the Eagles. Very bit sad, the old Eagles. They had their chance to win it and just couldn't get it done. But they should have probably won. Paul Waterman missed that kick right in the last, few seconds to win the match. And it was a good game though. Nice tight game. So the boys did well. So it is what it is. Jason Horne-Francis, 112. That's nice. He's in a bit of a vein of form. So he's another 100 this week. It's very nice. Pickett, 141. Very nice. Nice to see him back to those big, huge scores. Sam Durham, first week in the team, gets a 90 in the forward line. I'm very happy with that. For the 340 or whatever we paid for him, I'm extremely happy with that. I assume he still has a low break even. Yep, he's got an 8. So he outperformed some of the other more primo guys that I was considering, like Tuke Miller. So you got to be happy with that. Edwards, Banfield, White, and Murdoch. Didn't play. Murdoch played and got a 53. He's got a massive break even now too. So before we go on and talk about what we're going to do next, let's talk about the MVP of Shauno's team, the Dennis Cometti medal. Who gets the Dennis Cometti medal this week? So we're going to reveal it like we used to do. Keep an eye down there underneath me, and we will put it where it says Shauno's schedule. It will appear. Now, there we go. How can we go past Max Gawn with a 168 for the captain score? Welcome back, Max. Bit injured, and you're still smacked out at 168. So very happy with Mr. Max Gawn this week. As for the 2 and 1 pointers, let's get up the spreadsheet. So Max Gawn got 3 points, which takes him to 7. Sheasel with that big 140 score gets a 2-pointer. And Lockie Ash, first week in the team, scores a 130. He gets 1 point. Welcome to the team, Lockie Ash. So again, Bont still leading the Dennis Cometti medal, but there's a couple people on 8 now, and there's a couple of people on 7. You got Jackson on 8. You got Sinclair on 8. You got Sheasel on 7. You got Max Gawn on 7. So they're coming for you, Bont. You need to step up your game and start scoring those 150s again if you're going to win the Dennis Cometti medal this year. Okay, so I guess let's talk about trades. I've only got 6 trades left, which is a disaster, and 98k. So what are we going to do? Well, I guess we'll have a talk about it in the segment that I like to call You're Fired.
This is the last straw, Griffin. You are fired.
Fine. I'm not good enough for this place anyway.
All right, so what am I going to do? I think I need a bit of coverage in the forward line. And Rashenko's going to lose a lot of money. So what we might do is we might get rid of Rashenko, move Banfield up, and we'll get in Mitch Pod, as long as he's named the Pod, the 99k rookie from Collingwood, and complete trades, confirm. And so that gives us 299k in the bank and 5 trades. Now, the question is, do we make another trade and go down to 4 trades? So, as you can see, this offers me, when we come out of the buys, the team will look like we will have Murdoch here. Edwards is going to be over here. Jackson will be down the bottom here. So that'll be our forward line. Sheasel, Petrarca, Horn, Francis, Pickett, Dara, Murdoch, and Jackson. We're just going to live with Murdoch. There's nothing we can do. He's going to be up and down with his scoring, but that's what we're stuck with. We don't have the trades to do anything without that. And I think it's more important to get in than upgrading a Murdoch to like a Tuke Miller. It's better to upgrade one of these midfield spots where I can get a player that can really smash out a big score. So also with this way, I've got Banfield now with the forward status, even though the DPP forward mid status, even though he's not playing. If I do need some coverage in the midfield, I can swing one of my mid forward guys up through Banfield and put Pod on the field. So it gives me a little bit of coverage for the rest of the season. It's still a long way to go, and I can certainly see us running into some trouble in the later games. In my leagues, we are struggling a little bit. We got knocked out of the top 10 this week, so we might have to just, go for it, because there's no point. We know that my overall score is a stinker, and it doesn't really matter. So we'd be going for leagues, but then if I finish outside the top 8 of my leagues, well, that's not going to matter either. So to make that matter, I feel like I have to go for it, even if it means I run out of trades early and then I drop down even further in the ranking, so be it. If I can scrape into the top 8 of my league, I still have a chance of actually winning. So that's the theory, crew. So with that theory, I can go, well, what can I do here then? So what I could do is I could get rid of Edwards, even though he's going to make some more money. We could wait one more week to do this because it's best 18. Maybe we could wait another week and see if Edwards makes us some more money. But say we were to do it this week, I could trade out Edwards. We could swing HK back, haul Kahan back. And then if we go to filters and we go players I can afford. So we got 520K to get a player we can afford. So the two at the top are both on their buys this week, so there'd be no point doing that. You got Zach Merritt. Now, he's been great this season, but the last 3 weeks, he's only been averaging 99K. 99. He's had a 3-round average of 99. That makes more sense. He's been put in that back role, and the coach said he was going to persist with it. So does that cap his scoring? It seems to over the last few weeks. It also is damaged the old Archie Roberts score, who also got injured this week. So I feel sorry for you guys and girls out there who went and got Archie Roberts. He was killing it. It might be another one of these primo force trades that we've been stuck with this year. I'm not too sure how long he's going to be out for. So keep an eye on the injury list for that one. Then we got Lockie Neal. I think Lockie Neal after his bye could be a reasonable good pick. He's had a very good season, Maybe I can move this over a little bit more for you guys. So he is the man down there at Brisbane. So, he's had a 67 in his last few games. But besides that, he's almost got over 100. Got a floor of about a 90. So, 130, a few 120s, 130s there. So he is capable of going big. What's his break even? His break even 75. So he may go up enough. He might actually be out of reach next week, depending on how much. If I didn't get Edwards this week, how much Edwards goes up. I think Edwards has a lower break even, so he might have a chance of going up more than Lockie Neal. Then if we go down, I'm not really interested in too many other these guys at that price. There is only one. There is one guy that I am tempted, and it is extremely risky. Taranto did good this week. He was on quite a lot at halftime. It's just the fact that is the Tigers, and the Tigers will get punished sometimes. They put up a pretty good fight for half a game today, but they're going to get punished sometimes. So when they do, he's probably not going to score that well. And if anyone ever decides to tag against them, they're probably going to tag him. And I can't see the man that I want, so I'm going to just search him by name. Or I don't know if I want him. I don't want him. I would want someone better. Will Day. Now, yes, I hear all you screaming at me out there in Supercoach land. Don't do it, Shauno. His body's held together with sticky tape. He's gonna break down. You're gonna punish yourself. You're gonna kick yourself later, and I well might. But the thing is, I can afford him, and we know when he is playing, he is a gun. So he's only played the 2 games. Probably, I'll say this season, it feels like the 2 games in the last 5 seasons, but he's got an 83 and a 122. And this is about, I think the first one was 63% TOG and the next one was 68% TOG. So if that TOG goes up a little bit, he can potentially be, he can start smashing out these 122s every week. The big question is, will his body hold up? So I could do this and that would take me down to 4 trades. So let's just say for the moment, we're doing this. I don't know if I will. I'm definitely going to do that first trade, I think, because it gives me the coverage for the forward line, and it gets me stops Rashenko losing money, and it gets me that money in the bank to buy what I want. The other thing we could do is we could wait 1 week and then think about maybe the Lockie Neal move. So Will Edwards is predicted to make. If I wait the 1 week, he's predicted to go up 19k. So I'll be able to get someone maybe a little bit better and a little bit more reliable than a Will Day. So so if we were to do that, my team pretty much, looks like this. This is basically my finished team with 4 trades, which is a little bit sad. And it's not going to win anything. It wouldn't even, win the second prize at a chook raffle. But, it is what we've got. So we're going to have to live with it. So the team would be Sinclair, Holmes, Ash, Wilkie, Clark, Dacos. So on a good day, they can have a good score. But yes, I would love to have Whitfield and potentially Nasai, Wanganeen, Malira. And Wilkie, we saw Wilkie played a more, he was kind of on stringer, so he wasn't as loose to run around and mark the ball as much as he liked. Plus, Bloody Nas was back there nicking all the kick-ins from both Sinclair and Wilkie. I mean, why not play Nas in the midfield? Giving me the why does Nas have to play everywhere? He plays forward, he plays back, he plays in the midfield. Just leave him in one spot. It's giving me the pips. Anyway, then it would be Butters, Bont, Dacos, Callahan, Rao, Day, Walsh, and Fitzgerald. Now, obviously, the Butters, Bont, and Dacos look good, but then these last 4 primos are all pretty average. There are all better ones, If we had the other GWS, we had Oliver here, we could have Noel Randerson here, we could have Bailey Smith, we could have had, Isaac Heaney, we could have anyone here who's not a rookie, and things would be better, but that's not the case. And obviously with these 4 trades, if by some miracle we have no injuries between now and the Supercoach finals, I could always try and get like potentially another primo. I'll go like with 4 trades, we'd probably have to go down at least once, maybe twice, and then stick the money on the top of maybe a Sharp or a Ison or something like that to get us one more primo guy. So rucks are good. We got Grundy, Gorn, and we got the Jackson in the flex, and the forward line, Sheasel, Petrarca, Horn, Francis, Pickett, Durham, who are all like, and Murdoch, who's going to be the wild card could get you anything between a 30 and 100, depending on how and what type of position he plays in. So that's going to be the team if we do those 2 trades. I don't like it, but that's what we've got. So unfortunately, we're going to have to live with it for this season. Already making plans for next season, but this is the team we've got for this season. At least I've still got you guys and girls to chat to and have fun with. So looking at my team doesn't give me much fun. If we go through optimize for this week, seems reasonable. Pity I don't really want to have HK. Is there any way I can get HK in the midfield? No, because I put him back there. So I might actually like prefer to have him back there. Gee, you put Murder. Oh, yep. So I've got a full team playing. Yes, there are a few primos. What primos am I missing? I'm missing Grundy. I'm missing Durham. So pretty much that's it. I mean, I guess Murdoch in my team is a primo, even though he's not. So I've got pretty much a really good team this week. I should be able to get a decent score, and hopefully that's what happens. So anyway, that's enough about my trades and my dumpster fire of a team. Let's talk about what I'm going to do in the way of captains in Oh Captain, My Captain. Oh Captain, My Captain.
Sit down, Mr. Anderson.
All right, so let's have a look. We will click up here so I can actually see who's playing who. For Fremantle versus Geelong. All right, I think Luke Jackson, vice captain, straight out against the Geelong ruck line. I think that's a pretty safe pick. I think that's a pretty safe pick. I wouldn't be. I mean, you could go the Bailey Smiths or the Holmes of the world. But Freo are a good team, and yes, they might restrict them to not huge scores like we're used to out of them. They might even put some work into one or the other one. So next game would be Gold Coast and Hawthorn. Even if I've got Will Dame a team, I'm not interested in that. Adelaide versus Melbourne. Do we just go Jackson into Gawn against McAndrew? I think that's a reasonable pick. I think Gawn could do quite well against McAndrew. Have they played already this season? Let's have a look. No, they played last year, but it would have been, he only got 79 points last year, but then the 2 years before that, it's 129 and 120. But last year would have been about O'Brien under the other rules. So I think that's a reasonable pick for me. We might just back it up. We paid paid 700k for him, so at least he got us a decent captain score this week, and hopefully he could again next week. What other choices could we have? GWS or Carlton. I'm not touching Finn Callahan. Collingwood versus Port Adelaide. I mean, Dacos could be a sneaky pick, but I don't know if he's got the 160 in him. He's gone 98, 133, and 149 over the last 3 years when he's played them. So not too bad. Not too bad. Port Adelaide, what about Butters? Does he like playing against Collingwood? 127 and a 101 in 24 and 23. He didn't play last year against them, so maybe he was injured or something last year. Hasn't played them this year, so, maybe he is also an option. Who else we got? Richmond versus North. Well, if I had Sherry, I'd probably try Sherry, at least if Knack wants it back. Even though Bailey Smith did quite well against Sherry this week, he still managed to score a massive 150. So, yep. So if you went with him or if you waited to think about buying him to see if he was still going to be able to score those big scores, I think he's proved it. And I think if you were waiting on him, if you went him, took the risk, great, enjoy your 150. If you didn't, I think you might as well get him this week. If you were waiting to see 1 week, all right, you've seen what you wanted to see. Now go and get him. And then you've got St Kilda versus the Bulldogs. Maybe you could try Bont again. How's he go? 66 in 2025. Ooh, 159 and 125 though the years before that. And if you've got maybe a sneaky Nas was everywhere today. Maybe a sneaky Nas against the Bulldogs would be a reasonable option. I think I'm going to go with Gawn, though. He did it for me this week. Maybe I'll give him a chance to do it next week. I bought these 700k guys for a reason, and that was to get me big captain scores. So it'd be a bit silly in my mind if I chuck the captain on somebody else and then they go ahead and score huge. Oh, I guess one more, have it as a quick look. Harry Sheasel, sneaky pick against Richmond, could be a good pick as well. But I think for me, I'm going to go straight Jackson into Gawn. Again, Thursday night. We may do, depending on what happens, on my opponent in the game day this week. Can we see our game day? Yep. If we might do the league trick where I put my vice captain on his captain. So does he have? He does not have Jackson. He does not have Jackson. So that's going to be interesting. So then, he does have Jackson. So I got a feeling he might vice captain Jackson as well. I think we're both going to have to do it. And then does he have Gorn? No, he's got Grundy. He's got Grundy and he doesn't have Gorn in his flex. So maybe that's a way that I could get a leg up on him. Obviously, it says I'm predicted to win here at the moment. Oh, you guys couldn't see that. Yeah, he's still got quite a few players to put back on the field, as you know. He's got a reasonable amount of players out. He's still got Lindsay. He'll probably trade him this week, you would think, if he doesn't keep him. Murdoch, he got Herbert in this week. Nick Cox, he's got this. He's got the Dacos to come back in. Dirksen won't play. Ison to come back in. White doesn't play. Perez might play. And Scary may or may not play. But he doesn't have too many primos to come back in, which makes me reasonably happy. His team, Dawson, Worrell, Rochelle, HK, LDU, Cumming, Bont, Dale, Sanders, and Jones. I think I have a chance of beating my good friend here, Mark. Unfortunately, he's actually going to be having a barbecue and watching the game, and I can't go because I'm going to go to work. So that's unfortunate. Even if I win, I still don't get to rub his face in it. Even though that's a bit rude if he's putting on a barbecue and me rubbing his face in it. But still, Supercoach is Supercoach, and that's why we do it, right? So we can rub our friends' faces in it when we win. That's what it's all about. Anyway, so I think that's what we're going to be doing as captains, and I think that will be the video for today. So once again, if you haven't already, go ahead and sub now. I guess we can finish like this so you guys can have a last look at it. So, yep, go ahead, sub now. Really appreciate all the support I've been getting. Let me know who you in the comments. Well, let's try that again. Like the video and let me know in the comments how you went this week. Who are your trades going to be and who is going to be your vice captain and your captain. Anyway, crew, I hope you all have an amazing day and I will talk to you all again very soon.